if we are not able to bring stability to oil markets, if we are not able to decisively push back and force Putin into a position where he pulls back his forces and brings this conflict to a close, then we continue to have uncertainty in the markets continuously. We also do not clearly have an articulated sanctions policy that goes ahead and actually directs as much maximum pressure at Vladimir Putin as possible while avoiding as much pressure on our own population as possible. What do I mean by that? Because the administration was clearly in a sort of mode where I think that they had a failed IC assessment that said Kyiv was going to fall very quickly to Vladimir Putin. And the president just did not want to get involved. They're not a NATO country. It's too late. It would cost too much. We'll be drawn into World War III. I'm not fighting. It's going to be over in 3 days, right? Sort of the opposite problem they had with Kabul, by the way. They were all of a sudden playing catch up. And by the time the missiles started firing and we were in this military conflict watching Putin invading Ukraine, there were no sanctions packages ready. The Germans were objecting to any harsh sanctions against the main sources of Putin's revenue. So we've been going piecemeal, trying to catch up to wherever the Europeans can get consensus slowly but surely. And every time we roll out more sanctions, jitters the oil market that much more. So we keep sort of pulsing the system and not actually doing maximum pressure all at once so that we can bring this to a close quickly. What would you do? You would say, okay, we're going to impose secondary U.S. sanctions on the Central Bank of Russia, on Sberbank, on Gazprom Bank, on the energy sector of Russia, on their entire financial sector. And for those that are energy importers of Russian energy, you can keep importing that energy. We'd like you to draw that down over time. But the money has to stay in escrow. The money can't go back to Moscow. And then it's on Putin. Does he want to shut down production? Does he want to just destroy his economy? If he's suicidal, he can do that. But that would put all the pressure on Putin, lift the pressure back on us, and stop this piecemeal environment where you're trying to convince German citizens to pay extraordinary prices for energy, watching American citizens watch the price of the pump go up, where China's free to continue to import energy, India's free to continue to import energy. I think people at home say that doesn't make a lot of sense to me.